Hi, I'm William.
Hi, I'm Veronika. And what do we have in store today, William?
Well, someone writes in with an interesting dilemma. His younger brother is having an affair, he says. And what's complicating things for him is that the guy's wife has just given birth to their first child.
Okay.
It's getting under the older brother's skin. The older brother has approached the younger brother to say,
Okay.
what are you doing? You know, are things terrible at home? Like, is your marriage in danger of breaking up? The younger brother has answered by saying, no, things are actually fine. You know, it's kind of like the older brother feels he's doing something wrong to the point where he's even thinking about anonymously letting his younger brother's wife know. It's obviously eating him up a bit.
Yeah.
What do you think he should do?
Disclosing that information to his wife, I think, would be crossing the line.
Right.
Even if he has spoken to his brother about the situation, he really doesn't know what's going on with him and his wife.
You're right, it's the younger brother's family, but the older brother feels, well, this is one step away from my family. You know, This is my brother, that is my niece. And I think that's what's pulling him into this question of getting involved.
I've known couples that they get married, and when they're going to have their first child, like not that they split up, but they started almost like seeing other people, and it's a very like weird, different time. But really, I stepped in, and it was the worst situation because they really had like an open relationship, or they just had like separate arrangements kind of thing.
Really? You stepped forward to
lost trust, or I lost their trust kind of in the relationship. So it just was a really bad situation. So I think stepping over somebody else to telling them is a really bad move, even if it's anonymous.
You know, Veronika, something that strikes me is in our society, it's I think the conventional line of thinking is it's frowned upon to be having an affair. But having said that, it does seem it's quite prevalent, and even into what I would call mainstream or commercial culture.
Yeah.
It seems like it's making inroads. What do you think of that?
Well, I think it's very different nowadays with Ashley Madison. There's a lot of people that don't even get married nowadays. Like, even if you do get married, the chances of it lasting is very
Well, Ashley
very
Madison's
slim.
a good point. I mean, there's actually Ashley Madison billboards out.
Yeah, I just came across one of the billboards that said, "Life is short, have an affair."
Right.
Like, it's so commercially accepted nowadays that if things aren't working out, you can always look elsewhere.
Right.
Or open relationships, they're very common nowadays.
Is our advice just don't do anything, or just stay out of the other person's
Stay
relationship?
out of it. Like, I think at the end of the day, some good advice would be, you've already told them how you feel about the situation. You really don't know the reality of how their relationship is. And if your brother's happy, be happy for him. You know?
If he's
like,
happy in this affair,
yeah.
God bless him.
Not to encourage affairs, but it's just...
He's in it already.
Yeah, it's already happening. You know, you don't know what the wife is doing behind closed doors. So
I think it's good advice to say perhaps stay out of other people's relationships, no matter if even to your own sense of morality or right or wrong, something's crossing the line.
Yeah.
Don't go behind someone's back, and don't probably get involved.
Yeah.
That's our advice for this week. Don't get involved.